Seattle, the Paris of the Northwest, a hub for culture, music, food, and of course, illicit opioids. Seattle and King County have seen dramatic rises in opioid-related deaths since 2019. The local favorite? Fentanyl. Fentanyl is a pharmaceutical opioid used to treat immense pain. It's 50 times more potent than heroin, and it's extremely addictive. It's also very cheap, coming in at just $3 or $4 a pill. The reason why fentanyl is so cheap around here is because of our proximity to I-5, which Mexican cartels use to run drugs up and down the West Coast. Since fentanyl's huge explosion on the street, King County overdose deaths have increased substantially. Fentanyl only killed 3 people in 2015. Last year, in 2022, it killed 700. On the upside, heroin deaths at an all-time low. Looks like that drug's out of fashion. Sorry, Demi Lovato. Understandably, the good men and women of King County are anxious to see a change. The local government is taking a few steps to try to prevent fentanyl overdoses. So I spoke with Gary Lewis from the mayor's office to see what's up.
Well, the mayor's office has been distributing fentanyl test strips to bars and clubs and any other place where illicit drug use may occur. King County residents are also able to buy Narcan, which is a nasal spray that stops an overdose, for free online.
Are you finding these measures to be effective?
No, not in the slightest. Fentanyl overdoses this year have already far surpassed what they were last year.
Nice. Seattle policymakers are great at their jobs. Statistics tell us that so far in 2023, half of the fentanyl overdose deaths occurred to people who were not actually homeless. This is because of fentanyl lacing. Fentanyl lacing is when drug dealers take other drugs, such as meth or cocaine, and lace them with small amounts of fentanyl to try to get the buyer addicted. The issue is that because of fentanyl's potency, even a very small amount can be lethal. 52% of last year's opioid deaths were mixed with a stimulant drug like meth or cocaine. Laced drugs are invisible to the naked eye, which means people must be very careful around any type of drug. However, there could be a solution. Buying fentanyl test strips and using them to test if any drugs you're ingesting are laced with fentanyl could just be enough to save your life. Also, if your drugs are laced with fentanyl, let law enforcement know and help them track down who sold it to you. At the very least, spread awareness amongst your friends and your family about the dangers of fentanyl-laced drugs. It could just be enough to save one of your relatives from that fatal hit. Seattle. A city that some say has fallen from grace since its golden age in the late 80s and 90s. However, I think Seattle's future looks bright-ish. With enough public education about the issues Seattle is facing, this quirky little city could rise again, the prideful and unique city it once was.